It is Monday, April 27th. That means we are on day 24 in skills. And this week we have spelling words. Our spelling words this week are face, knocked, knitting, drinking, pitch, wrapper, hands, hair, play, and tricky word by. All of our spelling words this week have some of our skills that we've learned. Face with the CE sound. Face. Knocked has our KN for our N sound. Knitting and wrapper both have our doubling rule. Drinking has our tricky NG, our tricky NK sound. Pitch has our TCH that makes the ch sound. The T doesn't really make a sound. Pitch. Hands is regular. Hair is the AI, which we are going to learn this week. And play has the AY, which we are also going to learn this week. So by the time Friday gets here, all of these sounds will be old and familiar to you. And then our tricky word by, which you know that. We've been doing that all year. So these are our spelling words, and our ideas for practicing our spelling words are here on our paper. You can do that however you want to do it. You can get creative with that. Just make sure you're practicing, because on Friday we'll do a little test on that, okay? All right, so those are our spelling words. The next thing we're going to do is go over some of our sounds that we've learned in Unit 6. All right, we have learned that the S sound can be spelled S, double S, CE, SE, and with a C. And for our CE, we have place and prince. And our CE makes the S sound. For our SE words, for the S sound, we have house and sense. And all of these words are words that you guys would be able to write down if I was dictating them to you. These are all sounds that we've learned. So these are all words that you guys are now able to write all by yourself. That's really cool. That means you're getting smarter and smarter. And our third one for the sound is just the C, which actually in these words, it has the E with it. But the book taught it this way, so that's what we'll do. Nice choice. And then our N sound spelled with a KN, as in knock and knees. And then our W sound with a WH that we learned is a little bit breathy, like W, well, and while. And then we have our tricky NG, which is, sometimes it makes the ng sound, but then sometimes, like in drink and trunk, it may sound like an NG, but it's actually spelled in NK, as in drink and trunk. If we sound those out, we'll get that spelling correct. And then we have our TCH, which makes the ch sound. The T doesn't really make a sound in this one, but we use it to spell it, as in batch and hitch. And we have all of the rules that we need to follow those on our cheat sheet. And so if you need to review those rules, that's fine, you can. All right, that's our quick review of our new sounds that we've learned and our spellings. So I would like for you guys to pull out 23.1 and 23.2. I'm going to get you started on both of those. I'll do the front side of each page with you, and then I'll let you guys do the back side all by yourselves. And 23.1 and 23.2 is just a good review of the sounds we've been learning. So let's get started on those. 23.1 is first. It looks like this. 23.1 at the top. You have some pictures. And we're going to write the word on under the correct picture. Try to get that to focus in. There we go. All right, our first one. Let's decode this. We can segment it. R, I, N, S, prince. We or the k sound, I could try it both ways. Danker. I've never heard of a danker. That's probably not a word, so I would try the denser. So if you're not sure, try it both ways and figure out which one sounds right. All right, number 4. R, I, N, S. R, I, N, S. Rinse. We have a zebra and we have a person rinsing their hands, so rinse would go under this one. Rinse. And our last one, KN makes the N sound. N, ought, not. N, ought, not. We have, looks like a crane maybe. And then we have an actual knot, a rope tied in a knot. So we will write the word knot under our knot. All right, good job, guys. I'm going to let you flip that over and do the back side, but put that aside and let's start. I'll get you started on 23.2. So you can pause the video and go ahead and do the back side and then come back, or you can lay this to the side and come back to it in a little bit. Whichever's better for you. I'm going to go ahead and put 23.2. That's our next paper. Looks like this. And we've done these lots of times in class. We know that on these we're going to count how many sounds we have. Write that number here and then write the word over here. Number 1. KN makes the N sound together. So that's one sound. Ah, B. N, ah, B. 3 sounds. And then we write the word knob. N, ah, B, knob. All right, number 2. We're going to sound out our word and find out how many actual sounds we have. We know the WH works together and makes one sound, W. So there's one sound. I, S, K. Together makes one sound and another S. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sounds, and we have W, I, S, K, whiskers, and then we're going to write whiskers. All right, number 3. Ch is one sound. Oi together, the OI is one sound, and CE S together is one sound. Ch, oi, S, choice. 3 sounds, and then we write the word. All right, number 4. B, L, I, nk. Blink. That's one sound, the I, the O, and the B. 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. Then we write the word. Number 5. This is one of our, where the C alone makes the S sound. Scent. S. N. T. S. N. T. Scent. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sounds. Scent. Glance. G. L. A. N. S. Glance. G. L. A. N. S. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds. Then we write the word. Number 7. G, R, O, U makes the ow sound. It's a letter team. And SE makes the S sound. So G, R, ow, S. Grouse. 1, 2, 3, 4 sounds. And write the word. And then number 8, our last one. one sound. It works together to make the ch sound. So TCH, one sound, ch. And then the I and the three sounds, pitch, then we write the word. And you're going to continue to do the same thing on the back of this paper, okay? It's the same thing. We've done it 1,000 times. You guys are good at it. So you can pause the video and go ahead and finish that, or you can set it aside and come back to it in a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and move into our reader story and our reader questions. Now, today's reader story you'd actually have in your workbook, your kitty cat book, and it is on page PP25, PP25. So if you pull out PP25, let me erase this so you can actually see it. PP25, our story today is Whisper. See if I can make it bigger. Whisper. Okay. Before we read, we are going to hear some words in our story today that will have the tricky N sound in thinks. We will hear the WH sound in whisper and whiz bang. And we will hear our N sound spelled K-N in knit. Some of our two-syllable words are utter and bucket. And let's see, you will hear the word wool. Wool is a soft, thick hair of sheep. You will hear the word udder. Udder is the part of the cow that hangs down and releases milk. And plops. Plops means to drop or place something in a heavy way. So sometimes when we come to the carpet, we will drop down kind of hard. We'll just plop down on our carpet. Today as we read the story, I want you to learn which animal Grace likes best. Which animal does Grace like best? Reader fingers ready. You guys can be reading along with me on your paper. Whisper is our title. Grace and Jill like to visit the livestock contest. There are lots of fun things to do there. In one barn, they see a man cutting wool off a sheep. They feel the wool the man has cut from the sheep. It is soft. The man tells them that the wool can be used to knit hats and scarves and mittens. Jill gets to milk a cow. She likes to see the milk shoot out from the udder and splash in the bucket. Grace picks up a rabbit. The rabbit is cute with lots of fuzz. Then Grace sees chicks that have just hatched out of their eggs. She picks one up and pets it. She thinks the chick is the softest thing she has ever petted. And there she is with the bunny rabbit. Flip your paper. Pull this up a little. Are the chicks for sale, she asks. Yep, says the man. Can I bring this one home, Grace asks. She looks at her mom and dad. It's fine with me, says her dad, but you have to take good care of her. I will, says Grace. Mr. Spitzer hands the man some cash. The man plops the chicken in a box and hands Grace the box. In the car, Grace asks, what should I name her? Snickers, says Jill. Whiz Bang, says Mom. Jim, says Dad. No, says Grace. I will name her Whisper. Alright, good job, guys. If you want to hang on to that and keep it close while we answer our questions, you can do that. Our questions are on page 23.3. So if you guys can go ahead and find 23.3 and pull that out. make sure that we restate our question and our answer, use capitals and punctuation, neat handwriting, proper spelling, and finger spaces, okay? So what can wool be used for? Complete sentence. Let's start with wool, capital W, because it's the beginning of our sentence. Wool can be used to make hats, comma, we're making a list, scarves, comma, and mittens. And a period goes at the end. So we used wool can be used. We know we restated our question and our answer because we used words from our question in our answer. We used a capital and a punctuation. We wrote neatly and used finger spaces, and we spelled all of our words correctly. What can wool be used for? Wool can be used to make hats, scarves, and mittens, or knit. If you put knit instead of make, that's perfectly fine too. The store used the word knit. We're not worried about what page it's on. All right, number 2. Why did Grace ask to bring a chick home? Why did Grace ask to bring a chick home? Grace said that she thought the chick was the softest thing she had ever petted, and I think that's why she wanted to bring it home. So let's put that in a complete sentence and restate our question and our answer. So we will start with Grace, capital G. Grace asked to bring a chick home. And the question is why, so we're going to use our big first grade tricky word, because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Because. B-E-C-A-U-S-E. Because she thinks the chick is the softest thing she has ever petted. She thinks the chick is the softest thing she has ever petted. Period at the end. That's kind of a long answer. I'm going to give you just a couple minutes to get that written down. If you need to pause your video to make sure you get it written down, that's fine too. Why did Grace ask to bring a chick home? Grace asked to bring a chick home, so we use Grace asked to bring a chick home. We definitely restated our question and our answer because we used several words from our question in our answer. Grace asked to bring a chick home because the question was why, so we have to tell them why. So we use the word because. She thinks the chick is the softest thing she has ever petted. All right, guys, let's flip our paper over. And our last 2 questions are on the back. There we go. What are some of the name choices Grace gets from her mom, dad, and Jill? And right near the end of the story, Grace wants to know what she should name her pet chick. And she gets a suggestion from mom, a suggestion from dad, and a suggestion from Jill. So we know that Mom said whiz bang, Dad said Jim, and Jill, I think, said Snickers. So let's put that in a complete sentence. So we'll start with, it says what are some of the name choices? So we'll start with some of the name choices. Some with a capital M because it's the beginning of our sentence. Some of the name choices Grace gets from Mom, Dad, and Jill. And this is a list, so we're using commas. Mom, comma, Dad, comma, and Jill, capital J, because that's a name, are Snickers, capital N, that's a name. And this is a list. We're doing a second list in our sentence. So we're doing commas again. Snickers, comma, whiz bang has to have a capital because it's a name. Whiz bang, comma, because we're still making our list, and capital G in Jim. Capital G because it's a name, period at the end. So, what are some of the name choices Grace gets from her mom, dad, and Jill? We use the words some of the name choices Grace gets from mom, dad, and Jill. We use lots of words from our question so we know we restated the question in our answer. Some of the name choices Grace gets from mom, comma, dad, comma, and Jill are Snickers, comma, whiz bang, comma, and Jim. We used capital letters several times because we had several names. Some is the beginning of our sentence, it has to have capital. Grace, Snickers, whiz bang, Jim, and Jill are all names. They had to have capitals. We used a period at the end. We used neat handwriting and finger spaces, and we spelled all of our words correctly. Good job. Now, number 4, you get to answer all by yourself because everybody's answer is going to be different. Describe a pet you have or would like to have. So when you describe something, remember, you may want to use more than one sentence, or if you're making a list in your sentence, like, I have a dog who is white, comma, black, comma, and fluffy. So if you make a list, give me some commas. If you don't make a list, give me more than one sentence in your answer, okay? So describe a pet you have or would like to have. So if you don't have a pet, that's okay. Tell me about a pet you would like to have. All right, that is the end of today's skills lesson. I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.